Abusianfo ne adofo a mo nyina kwa biom Alpha OneTV unsubscribe ya bomoden so be subscribe ya mai niema edin so be to other platforms no aha ena nyina etwego menko bia like and share na ma unia so ye de insan ke no so keep updated yes already yemfie ni nchim ni enka de won nchim Sabri and Mokase ye bekan say good news and I hate NDC for because a retired ACP, that is Assistant Commissioner of Ghana Police, and I just want Barbontin and I can send be brave. I cannot cry. I feel the cannot cry. Actually, Ghana Funina near my Odua air coso in Ghana Police currently as we speak. Na ni some cano be more interested in say or the warning Kesi pa Emma AG Mensa. No catching say ono no wine any say obitima stop a media house say me pese media house 3 penna about coalition center pese 5 penna about coalition center sadi we ukoti bi wen ebisi wo Ghana eye election na say eye EC commissioner ben buy no this emra we beto say itime bibisa ebisi time ben mo na mayama tension a ewo Ghana na ekosoro no chese NDC from Nancy from Nancy from ye pa no more fighting against all these things ne momunji IGP in 17 dibebre momon from hon to IGP so advice kese pa no dia ba no on no wombi na izo apia ba e ka we a kire mo do NDC no do Ghana mpese bibia besi because penny some more can say the way had the politicians, especially this government, force with their powers on the Ghana police and the National Security Service and the kitwa. In some do dona or where was security in Konguti in Sema a year ACP a Ghana police way at the Abetuya.
ACP was director of operations of the police. How can he then be calling on citizens to do a job that perhaps we trust the police and the security to do? So for you, the biggest reason you are making that call is because of the administration, the character of the administration in place.
That's the point. There are evidences here and there. In 2020 it happened and it was sporadic. It was here and there, not at only Mensa but at a number of other places, right? Assuming they decide to do it again, what will happen? Will the police be able to contain it? Will the police be able to battle the military? One police officer who is not armed at a police station, what will he do? Assuming we even have police patrols, how many police patrols can we have within one constituency? Are you getting the resources? So my point is this: I'm not calling for any chaos. I'm saying that we still will respect what the arrangement of the police. We still will respect the arrangement of any security architecture constituted by law. But citizens have responsibility. In our laws, don't we have citizens arrest?
Yes.
Yes, citizens can arrest people and submit them to the police. Even citizens can arrest the police who is misbehaving. Oh yes, if a policeman is misbehaving and shooting sporadically and killing people, if the citizens are able to mobilize to arrest and disarm them, it's allowed. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Okay. So my point I'm making is that citizens should not distract the processes at the polling station. The inner perimeter is not for them. The outer perimeter, you could stand there, but even that at a reasonable distance. Okay. I have been a director of operation, and I don't want to I want to be consistent by saying that when you finish voting, leave the voting the space for the people to do their work.
Okay.
Come back during the counting of votes. That is allowed. And come and observe. And once you're observing, be vigilant. Be vigilant so that soldiers and unauthorized persons, it could even be national security SWAT, they are also illegal and they are not allowed anywhere near the polling stations. You must be ready to resist them. Otherwise, you see, if we allow them to put fear into us and do the things that they do again in 2020, then we don't have any cause to complain, because it will go to court. Remember, from what I have read, NDC is not ready to go to court again. After 2016, when MPP went to court, and then it went again, they also decided not to go to court.
That's after 2012.
After 2012, right?
Yes.
Okay, after 2012, they decided not to go to court. And they worked themselves, and they were ready never to go to court and to do their own things. NDC has also decided not to go to court. So the whole battle, and when I call it battle, I'm saying it advisedly. This whole battle of who wins is at the polling station and at the collation centers. So people should protect their votes. I'm hearing, for instance, that the media should not be. They will limit them. They will limit them. I'm surprised at all those shenanigans. Why will anybody limit the number of? What criteria? What criteria would they use so that at this constituency polling station, collation center, Radio Go will not be there, then the other one they will be there? No, allow the media to be there. If there is space, if they don't get space, nobody will ask them to sit outside. But so far as there is space, allow the media into it. And I believe that the media commission or something, they should work at this and resist this move by the electoral commission to do this. So the point I'm essentially making is that the opposition parties, especially the NDC, should not count on that statement by the IGP that he is the sole decider on when military will be deployed, because it could be deployed on his blind side.
IGP does not have that control.
I'm saying that they should not count on it.
Okay.
Because I'm saying that from the experiences we have had, they have been deployed on the blind side of the IGPs. And besides that, I'm saying that the National Election Security Task Force that he has is not backed by any law. It operates on goodwill. So on what basis is he having the last, to be the last person to decide, or the final decider of when the military will be called in?
Quite interesting. But you seem to also have some issues with even the arrangement that have been announced by the IGP on election day. Key issue, and let's turn to the media again. The IGP is making a proposal that helps to protect the media houses. You are saying the officers they are assigning should not be assigned for that purpose. Why?
You see, we have police PRs.
Okay.
Or PROs.
Okay.
And they are in the regions, they have their office, and they have staff. Okay. If you want other people to work together with them, it may be understandable. The IGP is saying that for this election, he wants the police intelligence department personnel to be the media liaison officers at various media stations. I believe that you've also received one or two people who will be liaising with you.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. I went to other stations and I saw that they read the now. Almost 1 week to time, you don't even know who is going to liaise with you. Okay, that's interesting, and that brings me to another point. But let me finish this one so that I can go on to that one. First of all, who are the PIDs? They are undercover agents.
Undercover agents.
Undercover agents.
Okay.
They are not supposed to be seen or known.
Okay.
They gather information, they process the information into intelligence and act on it. Okay. So why will you uncover undercover agents by making them media liaison officers? That's number one. Okay. Now, two, what is wrong with the PRO, our PR system?
Okay.
What are they doing in their offices? Have you trained? Is there any training for the PIDs in media relations and other things? I have no evidence of that. And there is no evidence of that. What is he trying to hide? If it's intelligence you want to gather information, they could still get the information to you for you to process into intelligence. I take it that the IGP is trying to hide something. Just like the EC is trying to play some games here. I think the IGP wants to play some games with the media houses. The media houses must be free to give out information on their airwaves and other things. And then, because then, is he saying that because he's giving you these liaison officers. You are not supposed to give out information. What is the criteria? What is he trying to say at the end of the day? Then secondly, and this is more important for me, who are the PIDs? There are too many mysteries surrounding the current PIDs under Dampare. Okay. All the killings that have been done under Dampare are allegedly perpetrated by these PIDs.
Killings under Dampare?
Yes, and it's no secret.
Killing.
All allegations of killings, that's what alleged. All the allegations of killings that have been done in this era are allegedly perpetrated by the PIDs. So how come that the PIDs become the media liaison officers? Are you getting the point?
Yeah, but I haven't heard anything about killings.
Oh, you've not heard anything about extrajudicial killings?
No.
You have not heard?
I heard those allegations made during
so those are the
hearing.
Those allegations are the ones I'm also referring to, that they are alleged to have been perpetrated by the PIDs. If you have not heard anything at all, let me give you a typical example.
Okay.
Do you remember some police personnel were alleged to have been involved in a robbery?
Yes.
And they were handcuffed and they were being sent for investigation around Ashama. In the process, they were killed. Those are clear stories of extrajudicial killings. Because you don't handcuff people and you go with them for investigation, and those two people were the only people killed. These are Kokwanansi stories that are indicative, and I am ready to use my academic and security analysis to prove this point anyway.
Those are serious allegations.
These are serious allegations, and I'm saying that there are other ones that were alleged at the parliamentary subcommittee. Yes. And my point is that the PIDs are alleged to have been at the center of all these. So how come that all of a sudden they have become media liaison officers? I will not trust them. And it is up to the media houses to decide whether to trust them or not to trust them.
So for you, the PR departments are better suited for this? They
are better suited for this. You see, there are another thing I like to talk about, for instance, is the fact that we are about less than 2 weeks to election. The presidential candidates have not been given bodyguards.
Okay.
You see, once a presidential candidate has been voted for and has been declared, he becomes a target. Okay. And therefore, right from that place, he must be given a bodyguard.
Okay.
What are we seeing now? They have been campaigning all these months, if not years, and yet they don't have, apart from maybe the former president, who already, by virtue of being the former president, he has, others don't have. That's how come you see a lot of private security people following them all around. In 2016 and in 2012 and other places, we had SOPs guiding this.
Okay.
And then we provided, and once the EC disqualifies you, like they've done to
you withdraw.
We withdraw the police personnel.
Okay.
Sometimes we give reasonable time so that we could. We are not so disorganized. We could give you 1 week in addition. Then we withdraw. But you don't wait until this time, less than 2 weeks to election, before they are giving them. I know for a fact that until Monday they were not given. And they are planning only to give them this week. So much as I agree that of late they have stepped up their efforts in going to churches and other things, those things should have been done earlier, because you see, the IGP has always claimed that he started planning this for this election 2 years back.
Okay.
If you started planning for this election 2 years back, and it's now that you are doing engagements, then I'm sorry.
So you should have started with the engagement.
It should have started long ago, and especially when you say you have 5,400 page blueprint. The only blueprint that must be accepted is the blueprint that is preceded by stakeholder engagement.
Okay.
Because you see, you engage with the stakeholders.
So you say
you get their inputs, and then you factor them into your blueprint.
You're saying the beginning of the planning should be stakeholder engagement.
Stakeholder engagement.
Okay.
From the beginning. Then through the process you develop this blueprint. But we don't finish developing blueprint before meeting stakeholders. It is never that. It's just like coming out with a policy and say that, well, I have the policy, I'm now going to do stakeholder engagement. I mean, it is not done in any science. I mean, that's too unscientific.
Abusiafo we dey atin sem bebre we ACP agozo ana chese wa cheche nsem yi akire na nsem wa ka no very very interesting ahead of this a year election because aka less than a year can't days ni hours span dey aka less than 10 days. Yes, so ya ben ye enche na chese yes Saturday week the following Saturday na chese elections na dey aba ye de shisha so now so no ono as a retired ACP no otina si din no hwe niema ekoso easy otina si din no hwe niema ekoso Ghana police otina si din no hwe niema ekoso within this government na omo ana ni machine ni hu no or the advice be brain na ma NDC for say omo hwe Momunji a Ghana police, especially IGP Ninsem no indidodo. Because IGP beat me the a year plan about. Say no the Ghana police in the now so essence the president is the head, is the leader, and I said the boss of the national and I say national security and I say Ghana soldier military no army no on the down into no obitim the soldiers for na bibia ni munkrofo obitim the soldiers for na bibia ba me also na the head of Ghana police obitim the police for ni bi aye the opeso ye bia e bi krampo na IGP onye den onim ho hwe e bia na onim ho hwe so IGP bitima na adwuma e de ne plans aba did your person with the Ghana police in the union aba. Now so no Ibiana politicians for be so fap ning crowd for ni be at the yen near more no ankasa crying the enim. Ibiana a year politicians for be fast suggest for ni be yen near more no akra IGP near the enim. Yes, because on IGP now so penny for ni be the behind echi. We are enko baby yes. Because why IGP no oshe these leaders here ase omona appointable yes intino any kwan say NDC for na trust IGP nsem bebre na in elections bia no amanfo beka se anase one political party beka se on court no ya na boa sa political party ni that means on fa no ho nto nhihye no so bebre or per se elections ni winning at a coalition center and polling stations. And your court in a bit determines who winning and as winning. Because oko court na a year result our coalition centers, result our polling stations, and non ye kika boom dia court. Since so one year near my ye would those centers na oko court abese Lucy be feeling. So this is the time was send yama na AGM din anu aka no omo make sure say omo de beye adwuma omo implement it ni kwa so gina aka no o ka ne keke was omo de adwuma nyen so omo ko basa nenso omo make sure say the good things are done at the coalition centers and the air polling stations ka coalition centers e also so na Mensa as no be determine the number of media houses I was say about a coalition centers. And ACP agozo aircasters had you we Mensa any right be right accreditation ben or wow DS animal right ben or what DS animal because I didn't know can enimrem any bisusun see that say a EC chair commissioner but abase only determine the number of people on coalition center. Like how? What if say environment in Bitima occupy 20 media houses? Bitima occupy 30 media houses. A dream ben who trim out the animal. because I didn't be see that no catch various media houses and boss and chairs persons for say more just any money into more just any money into na easy undi ne lem na media houses for so the indium lem some work it together now so no unti mean foul force embe common share or send Ukraine EP ni madwin woni some media houses for ni be afa make us a 12 allejo make us say e be cry 5 for say 12 na person form no what if on your my secret meeting what if yen cancer sanity what if say sana AC behind the scenes inti mo na mo tension ye den ebe krum mo na mo this adwene the the majority of Ghanaians need to say you people want to do things in favor of this government because already no the trust that the Ghanaians perform to the level where it been see that survey be na 28% trust and Ghana for isimo a business see that so ugusu yes anima winyina na the trust that Ghana for as a refia ube declare elections we winners we win na just say yenju declaration in the end to yes so the media houses for penesa diwi momun jisa inshishewe in the end to because already no be any nyama akoso behind the scenes and JBN elected be told ya and any papa record NPPPC need some EC chairs and also officials be meeting be on my no and be told ya near Boma Muti and Yagro you can see this answer way diagro because these people no the yomu see your money mano omoya my sisi ni be ho mututu say secret meeting beat because within NPPPC need some AC officials be there alleged audio about wanting there what if say AC so some media houses be aye meeting be and those media houses so no be form what if says an AC so no mo bia anje sa ne mani ntumpe AC pin some of the antu no kaka criminal elections neighbor the right thing must be done and the will of the Ghanaians no so yedin EP cause in some now no she I think say we bit my child under the comment section subscribe na share ma onya so yedin insan kebi 100% di musi Akroma.